Hi everyone, I'm Sam Smith, an author and writer. But before I began this journey, I spent years as a project controls lead working internationally and in Canada from 2004 to 2012. During the period, I was forced to resign 5 times due to the severe workplace abuse, witnessing corruption, and unethical professional conduct. My career shifted in 2009 when I moved from manufacturing to a power plant project in downtown Toronto. Completing my role as lead scheduler, it was then up and moving into the main office that the systematic abuse began. The situation was so dire that I resigned in 2011 and took on a new project at a different engineering firm. However, as I had been a witness to interconnected corruption, the pattern repeated itself. The cycle of resignation continued across 5 different companies. In one instant, I resisted the pressure to quit, attempting to hold on to my job despite the cost to my health. I was isolated, constantly bullied, and my work was plagiarized, with credit being assigned to others, a tactic I had seen before. Ultimately, the company terminated my contract without cause. The harassment did not end at the workplace. It quickly extended into my personal life. My husband and I both became jobless, leading to the painful dissolution of our long-term marriage. I sought justice, filing complaints with the Ministry of Labor and Human Rights, hoping for an investigation into the long-term abuse. Instead of accountability, I faced further retaliation, including the cancellation of my driving license, the closure of my home mortgage, forcing me to sell the property and divide the proceeds with my former spouse. The persistent mental abuse and harassment throughout those years took a catastrophic toll on my health, and eventually my husband left me. I began a new chapter, but the abuse persisted and continues to this day, 20 years later. This pattern of negligence and dismissal followed me into every institution: doctors, police, the court system, and legal counsel. My complaint of pain and illness were constantly met with humiliation and dismissal rather than diagnosis. The chronic negligence has resulted in severe physical sickness and limited mobility. With my driving license revoked, I was forced to rely on walking and public transport, worsening my physical decline. Today, I dedicated my time to writing. Having transitioned from engineering, my mission is to use my voice to disclose and expose 2 decades of harassment, abuse, and institutional negligence. My purpose in speaking now is to clarify and summarize this injustice. After 6 years of personal effort and costly legal representation, my claim for spousal support was ultimately dismissed by the court. Harassment persists even in medical setting. Every dental visit is faced with new incidents. In a recent visit, I was rushed to the hospital by ambulance in a life-threatening condition. Even simple lab work is not immune. Doctors failed to diagnose my genuine illness, choosing instead to dismiss my symptoms by labeling me as delusional. Their profound unawareness of nervous system condition ironically resulted in them framing my medical crisis as a love story, implying I was merely looking for lovers. This is a disclosure of 20 years of injustice, pain, and suffering. The mental and emotional abuse is so pervasive that it follows me into my own home. I cannot watch a movie or listen to a music without harassment from neighbors. My attempts to file complaint with police or the court have been ignored. Or, in shocking terms, I was told to pay the bully. My first book, Can We Talk, records of the true story of my workplace harassment and the collapse of my marriage. I started writing to bring years of abuse to the public eye, hoping someone would investigate or, at the very least, intervene. Instead, the abuse has escalated, extending into the telecommunication industry, fueling daily rumors and baseless accusation with every step I take, rumors of infidelity being the cause of my divorce, false claims about my children, or ridiculous political affiliation. Since 2012, I have filed hundreds of complaints with zero results. My rights have been violated at every turn, and the Human Rights Tribunal not only neglected to investigate my initial case, but has also ignored my subsequent filing. I am speaking now to put an end to 2 decades of defamation and accusation, and to demand a serious investigation and answers to pervasive injustice and negligence. Thank you.